Mary Lou Retton, a name synonymous with grace, power, and unwavering determination. Even before recent headlines brought her back into the spotlight, her legacy as an Olympic icon was firmly cemented in the annals of sports history. This is the story of a young gymnast from Fairmont, West Virginia, a close-knit community where dreams are nurtured and hard work is celebrated. It was here, amidst the rolling hills and small-town charm, that Mary Lou's journey to Olympic glory began. She was destined for greatness long before her name made recent headlines, a destiny forged in countless hours of training and fueled by an unyielding passion for gymnastics. Her story is a testament to the power of dedication and the pursuit of excellence. From childhood, she poured herself into gymnastics, dedicating every spare moment to honing her skills and perfecting her routines. The gym became her second home, a place where she could push her limits and chase her dreams. Training relentlessly, she pushed through pain and exhaustion, always keeping her eyes on the ultimate prize, Olympic glory. The sacrifices were immense, but her commitment never wavered. She knew that achieving her dreams required unwavering dedication and relentless effort. Her powerful routines, characterized by explosive energy and remarkable precision, and her infectious smile, which radiated joy and confidence, quickly made her a standout, captivating audiences and drawing national attention. Her performances were not just displays of athleticism, they were expressions of artistry and passion. The world began to take notice of this rising star. As the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics approached, anticipation grew, and the world held its breath. The Games were being held on American soil, adding an extra layer of excitement and pressure. Mary Lou became a symbol of American hope, a beacon of inspiration for a nation eager to celebrate athletic achievement. She carried the weight of expectation with grace and determination. She was the embodiment of the American dream, a small-town girl with big dreams, who dared to reach for the stars and inspire others to do the same. Her story resonated with people from all walks of life. Ready to challenge the world's best, she stepped onto the Olympic stage, prepared to face the toughest competition of her life. The world watched with bated breath, eager to witness the unfolding drama. The pressure was immense, the weight of a nation's expectations resting on her young shoulders. The atmosphere in the arena was electric, filled with anticipation and nervous energy. But her preliminary performances proved she was in top form, showcasing her incredible strength, agility, and artistry. She had proven that she belonged among the world's elite gymnasts. The nation watched, breathless, glued to their television screens as Mary Lou prepared to compete in the finals. Families gathered around, eager to witness history in the making. As she prepared to take on the dominant Eastern European gymnasts, known for their rigorous training and unwavering discipline, the competition was fierce and the stakes were incredibly high. Could she make history for American gymnastics, breaking the Eastern European stronghold and inspiring a new generation of athletes? The hopes of a nation rested on her shoulders. The stage was set for something extraordinary, a moment that would be etched in the memories of millions for years to come. The air crackled with anticipation as Mary Lou prepared to take her place in history. Mary Lou Retton was on the brink of becoming a phenomenon, a name that would forever be associated with courage, determination, and the pursuit of excellence. Her journey was about to reach its defining moment. The 1984 Olympics became Mary Lou Retton's defining moment. Her electrifying routines captivated the world, and her final vault, a perfect 10, secured her place in history. She became the first American woman to win the all-around gold in gymnastics, inspiring a generation. Retton didn't stop there. She collected 2 silvers and 2 bronzes, showcasing her versatility and dominance. Her 5-medal haul made her America's sweetheart and a symbol of possibility. That gold medal wasn't just a victory for her. It was a breakthrough for American gymnastics. Young athletes everywhere saw new dreams take flight. Mary Lou's triumph was a moment the nation would never forget. Decades after her Olympic glory, in May 2025, Mary Lou Retton's name returned to headlines for a very different reason. At age 57, she was arrested in Marion County, West Virginia, her home state, on a misdemeanor DUI charge. The news shocked fans who remembered her as an Olympic icon. The contrast between her wholesome image and the nature of the charge sparked widespread discussion. Local and national media quickly picked up the story, confirming the arrest through official court records. Details of the incident were initially scarce, but the fact of her arrest was clear. Even legends, it seemed, could face unexpected turns in life. A DUI, driving under the influence. It's a term we hear often, but what does it truly encompass? What are the ramifications, the potential consequences, and the underlying principles that define this serious legal matter? Is a serious offense, carrying with it a weight that extends far beyond a simple traffic ticket? It's a charge that can impact your life in profound ways, affecting your freedom, your finances, and your future opportunities. Meaning someone is accused of operating a vehicle, not just driving but having control of a vehicle. This distinction is important, as even sitting in a parked car with the engine running could potentially lead to a DUI charge under certain circumstances, while impaired by alcohol or drugs. This impairment can manifest in various ways, affecting your reaction time, your judgment, and your ability to safely navigate the roadways. It's not just about being drunk, it's about any substance that diminishes your capacity to drive responsibly. In West Virginia, as in most states, the laws surrounding DUI are clearly defined and strictly enforced. The state takes a firm stance against impaired driving, recognizing the inherent dangers it poses to the community. A blood alcohol content of 0.08% or higher is illegal. This is the per se limit, meaning that if your BAC is at or above this level, you are automatically considered to be in violation of the law, regardless of whether or not you exhibit outward signs of impairment. Law enforcement uses field sobriety, those roadside tests designed to assess your coordination and cognitive abilities, and chemical tests to determine impairment. These tests, such as breathalyzer or blood draws, provide objective measurements of your blood alcohol content or the presence of drugs in your system. Even a misdemeanor DUI can lead to fines, often substantial, that can create a significant financial burden. License suspension, restricting your ability to drive to work, school, or other essential activities, mandatory programs such as alcohol education courses or substance abuse treatment, which require time and further expense, or jail time. The severity of the penalties often depends on factors such as prior offenses and the level of impairment. The charge isn't limited to alcohol. It extends to any substance that impairs your ability to drive safely. Prescription or illegal drugs can also be factors. Even legally prescribed medications can lead to a DUI if they affect your driving abilities. The core issue is driving while impaired, regardless of the substance causing the impairment, endangering everyone on the road. It's a risk that's simply not worth taking, given the potential for devastating consequences. For Mary Lou, this charge marked a challenging turn of events, thrusting her into a situation she likely never anticipated. A significant and public legal challenge. The intense media attention only amplified the pressure and scrutiny surrounding her case. The legal process would now unfold, a complex and often unpredictable journey through the court system, with consequences depending on the facts of her case. The outcome would hinge on the evidence presented and the legal arguments made. It was a sobering reminder, not just for Mary Lou but for everyone, of the potential pitfalls of impaired driving, of the responsibilities that come with being behind the wheel. It underscores the importance of making responsible choices and prioritizing safety above all else when operating a vehicle. Following her arrest on suspicion of driving under the influence, the standard procedures of law enforcement began to unfold. Mary Lou Retton was processed in Marion County, a process that involves documenting the arrest, taking fingerprints, and recording personal information. This is a crucial step in ensuring accountability and maintaining a clear record of the events. After the initial processing, she was granted the opportunity to be released on a $1,500 personal recognizance bond. This type of bond is often granted to individuals with strong ties to the community and a history of appearing in court as required. This meant she was trusted to appear in court for all scheduled hearings and proceedings related to her case. The court, in essence, was taking her word that she would fulfill her legal obligations. Unlike a cash bond, where money is paid up front, a personal recognizance bond requires no immediate payment, unless she failed to show up for her court dates. Failure to appear could result in the bond being revoked and further legal consequences. Official court records meticulously documented the charge against her, the details of the bond agreement, and the scheduled court dates. These records serve as the foundation for all subsequent legal actions. This documentation is crucial for ensuring transparency within the legal system, allowing the public and the media to access information about the case and hold the involved parties accountable. Local news outlets, committed to informing the public, relied on these official records to provide accurate and unbiased reporting on the case. This ensured that the community was well informed about the legal proceedings and the charges against Mary Lou Retton. The posting of bond was just the initial step in what would be a complex and potentially lengthy legal process. Her legal journey would involve multiple court appearances, where she would be required to answer to the charges against her. The prosecution and defense would present evidence, call witnesses, and argue their respective cases before the court. The ultimate outcome of the case would depend on the specific facts presented and the interpretation of those facts by the judge or jury. The court would carefully consider all evidence and arguments in light of the relevant laws of West Virginia. At this stage, the narrative was primarily driven by official documentation, providing a factual account of the arrest and subsequent legal proceedings. The availability of these records to the public underscores the importance of transparency and accountability in the justice system. The next steps in Mary Lou Retton's case would unfold within the framework of the legal system, guided by established procedures and principles of justice. As of late May 2025, many details about Mary Lou Retton's arrest remained undisclosed. No statement had been made by Retton or her representatives, and the specific circumstances of the incident were still unknown. This is common in early legal proceedings, as investigations continue and information is managed carefully. The public and media relied on official sources for updates. More information would likely emerge as the case progressed through the courts. For now, the story was still unfolding, with many questions yet to be answered. After her Olympic triumph, Mary Lou Retton became a beloved public figure, endorsing brands and inspiring audiences as a motivational speaker. She shared her story of determination and resilience, encouraging others to pursue their dreams. Retton balanced fame with family life, maintaining a degree of privacy while remaining a role model. She continued to be involved in gymnastics as a commentator and ambassador. Even decades later, her name was synonymous with excellence and perseverance. Before her recent legal troubles, she faced a serious health scare, again showing her trademark resilience. Mary Lou's journey was one of both public triumphs and private challenges. Mary Lou Retton's 1984 victory transformed American gymnastics, inspiring a surge of interest and participation nationwide. Her athletic style and infectious personality redefined the sport's image in the U.S. The Mary Lou Retton effect saw gyms fill with young girls dreaming of Olympic gold. She became an icon, appearing on magazine covers, cereal boxes, and TV, embodying American optimism and hard work. Her legacy endures in the strength of U.S. gymnastics and the countless lives she inspired. Retton's story is remembered not just for medals, but for the hope and pride she brought to a nation. She set a new standard for what American gymnasts could achieve. Mary Lou Retton's recent arrest is a reminder that even our heroes are human. Public figures face personal struggles and make mistakes, often under intense scrutiny. This incident doesn't erase her Olympic achievements or the inspiration she's provided. It adds complexity to her story, showing that life's journey includes both triumphs and setbacks. The legal process will determine the outcome, and she is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Stories like this invite empathy and remind us that perfection is an unrealistic expectation. We can celebrate our heroes' successes while recognizing their humanity. Mary Lou's story, like all of ours, is woven with both bright and challenging threads.